We're on page 12 of the reading workbook. This is the second part of practice 3. And it says to read the passage, then answer questions 7 through 12. And the topic of this one is the Humboldt squid. And just out of curiosity, I have never heard of this particular creature, so I Googled it, and I want to show you a picture of it. Here are actually several images of it. But just scroll down through there. If you don't know what something is, Google it, and then you will know the next time you see it. I have never heard of this one. There's a pretty good illustration of a squid. So this passage is about this particular type of sea creature. An interesting event occurred around 2002. Fishing boats along the northern Pacific coast of the United States and Canada started reeling in an unfamiliar catch. Large, fierce squid. Some reported spotting huge schools of them. Where did these mysterious creatures suddenly come from? And why were they here? The new arrival was the Humboldt squid, also known as jumbo squid, flying squid, and Diablo Rojo, which means red devil. The nickname Red Devil comes from the Humboldt squid's aggressive nature and the red hue it takes on when angered or irritated. Humboldt squid get the nickname jumbo squid from their immense size. They can grow up to 6 feet and can weigh as much as 110 pounds. They are not the largest squid in the ocean, however. Giant squid grow up to 43 feet and can weigh as much as 610 pounds, and colossal squid grow up to 46 feet and can weigh over 1,000 pounds. The Humboldt squid's usual home is in the deep ocean off the coast of South America. Until 20 years ago, these jumbo squid rarely were seen north of California. But now they are found as far north as Alaska. Why the Humboldt squid has migrated north is somewhat of a mystery. One theory is that the ocean is changing in ways that give the squid an edge over other sea creatures. Like fish, squid breathe oxygen dissolved in water. But not all water has the same amount of oxygen. As the oceans warm, low oxygen zones are growing. Most big fish like oxygen-rich water, but jumbo squid are used to living in low oxygen waters, deep below the surface. This gives them an advantage over other predators of the sea. So when low oxygen levels drive other ocean predators away, squid move in and have a feast. Another advantage jumbo squid have is that they produce a lot of eggs, and a high percentage of the eggs hatch. A lot of squid means they will need a lot of food. This may lead to a change in ecosystem food webs. For example, the squid's favorite food seems to be hake, a white fish often used to make fish sticks. In recent years, the jumbo squid has greatly reduced the Pacific hake population. The increase of jumbo squid along the Pacific coast and its potential influence on ecosystems show that scientists have a lot to learn about how climate change impacts the ocean. Okay, page 13. Number 7. What common nickname has been given to the Humboldt squid? Jumbo, jumping, deep sea, or northern. And they tell us this one in the passage that it is A. They are called jumbo because of their immense size. They're not the biggest. Colossal is the largest, but jumbo is definitely not a small squid. It's in paragraph 2. Which supporting detail would best fit in paragraph 3? So let's look back at paragraph 3 and see what it's talking about. It's talking about the Humboldt's usual home, and that until recently you didn't see them north of California, that they've migrated. Remember something else we've studied that migrated. The monarch butterfly. They moved south. The Humboldts have moved north. So which one of these sentences could we fit in there? Many of the Pacific's big species are struggling to survive. And that's true, but it doesn't talk about the squid moving around. Some of these newcomers will approach divers in a seemingly friendly and curious manner. That's true, but has nothing to do with migration. These large squid have been steadily expanding their population and range. I like that word. These creatures communicate with each other and cooperatively hunt together. All those are fascinating things, but the one that talks about them migrating, they've expanded their range. They're moving north in places that you would never have seen them before. Excuse me. My voice is wearing out. Number 9. Which two details from the passage best support the idea that the ocean is changing in ways that give the Humboldt squid an advantage over other sea life? Like fish, squid breathe oxygen dissolved in water. That's very true, but that's not an advantage. That's how the two are the same. As the oceans warm, low oxygen zones are growing. Well, I like that one because remember these squid like low oxygen zones. Most big fish like oxygen-rich water. And that's true, but we're talking about the squid. But jumbo squid are used to living in low oxygen waters deep below the surface. So when you talk about their advantage, it's because they like low oxygen zones. And that's what the conditions are becoming. So as the ocean becomes less and less oxygenated, these squid are going to thrive. So the two answers you want on number 9 are B and D. Number 10. Read the sentences from paragraph 5. For example, the squid's favorite food seems to be hake, a whitefish often used to make fish sticks. In recent years, the jumbo squid has greatly reduced the Pacific hake population. I want some quotation marks around there because that's a direct quote from the story. If ever you write a direct quote, you need those marks. Which main idea do these sentences support? So it's telling me that the squid like this fish and that the population of those fish has greatly decreased because the squid are eating them all. Ecosystem food webs may change. And let me just tell you while we're here, eco means earth or environment. And you know what a system is. It's a group of things that work together. So an ecosystem is an earth system. It's a system that operates in an area on the earth. Food webs may change. Food webs are the animals that eat other animals, that eat other animals, that the predators and the prey, that relates to food webs. This is a possibility. Let's read the others, though. Jumbo squid adapt rapidly to changes in the environment. Well, that's true, but it doesn't talk about the food source, the fish that they're eating. Jumbo squid produce a lot of eggs. That's true, but again, that has nothing to do with their diet. Scientists have a lot to learn about jumbo squid. That's true, but it doesn't relate to their diet. And that's what this set of sentences is about. It's about what they eat. So this is proof for the idea that food webs can change. If there is no more white fish for them to eat, they may start eating other things. But the main point is that that change can occur. This is an example of how food webs are changing. How are jumbo squid unlike large fish? Now remember what un means. Not. They're not like large fish. They, meaning the jumbo squid, need to live in oxygen-rich zones. And that's not true. They like low oxygen zones. They, the jumbo squid, can survive in low oxygen waters. That is true. They require a lot of food to eat. They may or they may not. Really doesn't tell me a lot about that. And that's true of big fish. So in that way, they're like big fish. They are aggressive predators. That's true. But so are other large fish. Sharks, the orca. Different large fish can be aggressive. So we are looking for the way that they're not like other fish. And that is this one. Most large fish need a lot of oxygen, but not the jumbo squid. And number 12. Which supporting detail would best fit in paragraph 5? So let's look back at paragraph 5. It's talking about the advantage they produce a lot of eggs and those hatch. They do need a lot of food. They can change the ecosystem. They like hake, and the Pacific population of hake has decreased, and scientists need to learn more about them. So which of these sentences would fit in there? Which one would best fit in there? Jumbo squid are a food source for sperm whales and other large predators. Jumbo squid change colors to communicate with one another. Scientists do not have a clear understanding of the jumbo squid. Scientists are concerned that jumbo squid along the Pacific coast may lead to a decline in salmon in Alaska. So paragraph 5 is talking about the impact on the food web. That's the one we're looking for, is D. Scientists are worried that the jumbo squid may cause other species to change. The populations of other species may decline because the squid are eating the food that the others would normally eat. Okay, that brings us to the end of practice 3. So in the next video, we will be learning about a new skill called text structures. And I will see you soon for that one. I hope you have a really good day. Bye-bye.